drinking wouldn't have allowed me to explore this other area of me and kind of was keeping me at this level. Like drinking, when you're drinking a lot, never elevates you. It never progresses you forward. All it does is just keep you here. Keeps you here. You know, you never have heard anybody ever say that I am really glad I started drinking again. Nobody's ever said that because there's no reason to be glad. If you've stopped and you've seen the positive aspects that drinking has made towards your life being improved in every way, shape, or form, it's like there's no reason to look back, and that's where I'm sitting right now. I'm really not even like, oh, I'm 100 days sober, I hope I can make it 100 more. I'm almost like drinking isn't even a thing for me anymore. I don't drink, and life has gotten so much better without drinking in every way. So I know a lot of people hit me up on Twitter about being sober. I know a lot of people always ask me questions about it. So I've been thinking about this for a long time. I want to form a place where people can get together and talk about issues with addiction. It doesn't have to be limited to alcohol. It can be any other addiction. I know there's every addiction out there. And even if you're having a hard time in life with depression, if you're having a hard time in life with your family, with work, anything, I know that everybody needs somebody to talk to, and not everybody has somebody to talk to. So I'm going to use Ruin Your Day as a platform for that. Every week on Wednesdays, I haven't decided a time yet, probably around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to have Ruin Your Day live for an hour. And basically what's going to be happening is the chat is going to be live, and that's going to be used as the floor for everybody to talk. I might be on a video feed answering questions to the chat. I might pull up some music that Ruin Your Day made to play. I might play some video in the background. It's going to be sort of a free-form vehicle type of feed. There's not going to be really a set thing that we're doing. The only thing that I want to go on is I want people to feel like it's a safe place to come into and talk and vent, talk to other people, maybe give advice. I'll be in there if anybody wants to ask any questions about being sober. I can give whatever advice I can for that. And yeah, essentially, I just think there needs to be a place like that. I think AA works really well for a lot of people because it's a community. It's a strong-knit community. You have a sponsor that holds you accountable for not drinking. You have other people that are going through the same thing as you. You realize there's a whole world out there of people that just don't drink. And that's rare these days, honestly. So I want there to be a place like that on Ruin Your Day that's doesn't have to be just limited to alcohol. It could be anything. You know, like my parents went through some heart problems this year, and that really devastated me. So, you know, I needed somebody to talk to about that. My ex-girlfriend's dog that I really love got cancer. My close friend just had cancer. So it's been tough for me as well this year, and I'm really thankful that I've had Ruin Your Day to talk to you guys about battle rap and forget about the troubles in my life, but I want to give back, and I want to create a platform where we can all come together and sort of be each other's shoulder to lean on every now and then. So just wanted to make this video to talk about me getting sober, my experience with it. Honestly, to wrap this up, being sober is like probably the best thing that's happened to me in a long time. Me breaking up with my ex-girlfriend that I love to this day has been the best thing that's ever happened to me too as well. It's really like jump-started me to make big improvements in my life that I'm really proud of. And yeah, I mean, I think anybody out there that's struggling with addiction, the first question you need to ask for yourself, if you're thinking that you might have a drug problem, alcohol problem, any sort of problem, is if I'm asking myself if I have a problem, I might have a problem. Do you want to take the next step to solving it? Do you want to get clean? Do you want to get sober? And all I can say is being sober is amazing. It's great. I would never trade it for anything. It works really well for me. Other people can drink responsibly. I'm not one of those people. I can't drink responsibly at all. So yeah, guys, I just want to thank you all for helping me through my year of sobriety. You guys really made a huge difference in my life. I want to thank everybody out there that supported Ruin Your Day, all the patrons, all the people that did a watch episode, all the guests, all the people that tuned in for watch, everybody that bought merch, everybody that bought music. It means the world to me. So thank you guys. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Ruin Hour, a safe place to talk about anything from sobriety, addiction, depression, anxiety, balance, and life. My name is Kyle Gray. We're live once a week, Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. How's everybody doing today? What is going on out there in your world? Ricardo, how is everything going with that? Said you reached out to me on Friday. I remember texting. You didn't tell me where you ended up. Are you doing okay now? Hope you are. But yeah, how's everybody doing? I'm in Jersey City, Amy. I'm not actually in New York City. I'm in Jersey City. So that's where I'd be at. Dirty jurors, but yeah, I'm just over here just working on all the stuff for the Detroit leg of the tournament. So doing that right now. And then going to Detroit on Friday. I've been mostly laying in bed since Friday, but today I went out for the first time. That's good. Hell yeah, that's good, man. That's a step in the right direction, going outside, getting some vitamin D. That will always help. I know it's not easy, man. I know that what you're going through is extremely difficult. Let me just put this screen over here, and there we go. I know that what you're going through is extremely hard, and time will be the only thing that really heals that wound. But what you can do is you can exercise being kind to yourself in that time, and growing from this as much as possible within that time as well. Doing a lot for yourself, because that's the only thing that's gonna, you're the only person that's gonna do anything good for yourself is you. So you might as well exercise kindness to you. And that's awesome that you scheduled an appointment with a therapist. That's amazing. That's like what I think everybody should do when they're going through anything in life, especially a traumatic breakup. It's like of the utmost importance to go see somebody when you're suffering something traumatic. 100%. Kick-ass Ninja, how you doing? Blue, congrats. 10 days no drinking. That's fucking big, man. You should feel proud of yourself for that. That's fucking huge, dog. Congrats. That's really fucking big. Suburban Centaur doing okay at the moment. Just heard out that my city might be going into another lockdown due to COVID in the UK. So are things like completely open over there? Like, how does that work? Because things really aren't open over here. They kind of are, but not really. It's not like normal. Any word on if anyone is going to be in the building? What do you mean? What do you mean? What building, Amy? What are you referencing? Desi, thank you. I appreciate that. Feels just like any other day, but hey, I'm glad you said that. That makes me feel good. Life is not easy. You're right. Life is definitely not easy at all. Got 3 weeks no drinking. A family member needs it more than me, though. So one of your family members is needing to get sober? Is that what you're referencing? 3 weeks no drinking is amazing. You should feel proud of that, man. That's fucking big. 3 weeks is incredible. In Detroit, I don't think anybody can come in Detroit. I don't think anybody can come to any of these. They're invite only, so it's like a shoot rather than an event, unfortunately. So yeah. Big downside to COVID right there. Saint Soldier TV, what up? Real Hada Shrooms, what's up? It's cracking. Yeah, it's late in the day, so over here it's 8 p.m., so that's probably why. Looks like I'm all rested. Thank you. My mind has mostly been on her and the mistakes I've made, so it's been hard to think of the positive stuff. Yep. Can resonate with that, man. Like, your mind will always go to the things that will hurt you the most. Because it feels like is what's going to solve it. Is if you think about the mistakes you've made enough, all of a sudden the mistakes will go away. It's not how it happens, how it works. Really, what you should think about is like, okay, I'm in a mistake. Like, what can I learn from that? Like, why did I make that? So I can not make it in the future. That might be uncomfortable because it will unearth even more stuff within you that you're uncomfortable with. But I think that's the most healthiest way of exploring that when you've made a mistake within a relationship is the why, and where it came from, because that will help you understand yourself more. And every relationship you have is actually kind of a relationship with yourself in a way, if not fully. Like, really, like, every person you date is more so about you discovering who you are through connecting with another person and discovering the faults you have, the mistakes you can make, all that stuff. Good relationships are like that, I feel. Coyote Moon, I got an interview at a new company tomorrow. Wish me luck. Good luck on that. That's fucking incredible. Congrats. My mom is like 40 years deep and has severe health problems from it. She has had a week or so sober at least. Well, that's amazing that she's had a week. That's pretty incredible. Congrats to her on that. And just like, I don't know if you're like getting sober to help her in solidarity, but that does actually help. If you're around a family member that's also trying to quit something and you quit it as well to, be in solidarity with them, that's very admirable. And it does actually help a lot when people are getting sober. So good on you for doing that. I've been struggling, and you and battle rap keeps me going. Thank you. Ryan, hell yeah. It's good to hear. I'm sorry you've been struggling, bro. But whatever you're going through, man, it's not the end of the world, and this too shall pass. Good things are on the way. Things will get better. It's just how it works. Things will get better. Trust me, I know. I went through where the world hated me. I mean, the world still kind of hates me. For like 2 months straight. Like, people bringing up old tweets from my ex-girlfriend, infringing on her life, calling my family all sorts of terrible names, and that passed. I learned a lot from it, and being out in New York has really taught me a lot. Meeting up with people and seeing people eye to eye and just like chatting with them in person is a great experience, to say the least. Things are back to being open, but they shut pubs and restaurants down at 10. They stopped serving booze in supermarkets at 10 to try and stop people having parties. I can see that. It's all about reflections. It is. Jan Ortiz, salute to Queens. Salute to Queens. Another lockdown will probably start closing stuff again. I lost my job a couple months ago through the production dropping at my work, but I still think it was due to my manager who disliked me. Sorry to hear about that, man. Losing a job is never easy. It's always a difficult thing to go through. Solidarity, but for myself as well. Yeah, those are two good reasons, man. Being in solidarity with getting sober for a family member, but also doing it for you, because there's no downsides to being sober. Literally, there's zero fucking downsides to being sober, so it's good that you're doing it for yourself. I would try to learn from them, hell yeah. Sublingual music. Much love to Philly. The next go around, we're going to stop there, hopefully. Kayaking is my new addiction. I highly recommend rivers. Fuck yeah. Yeah, you've been telling me kayaking is like right up your alley. Any new books you're reading? Yeah, I mean, not new. I'm still trying to get through the ones I've been reading for the past decade. But I'm still reading that Meaning of Life book. I just haven't really been reading too much on this trip, unfortunately, because, you're your schedule kind of goes out the window when you're on like a fucking 8-week long tour. Like things fall to the wayside, but that's just it's kind of like the beauty of it, because the unpredictability allows you to adapt and change to the surroundings, right? So it's like my old regimen of waking up at 7 and reading for like 30 minutes is gone. I wake up at 7 and then I'm like, oh fuck, I got to do some stuff before I have to go on this podcast. Like today, I went and filmed with Uncle Ra from 50 Minutes of Fame for a podcast. Well, not a podcast, but a show. And I was there literally from noon till 5 p.m. Like, because me and him never really get to talk at events, you know, and I like him a lot, and, you know, we get along really well. And so it was like, it was cool, like that we just hung out for like 5 hours. And that was really enjoyable. I go at least once a week. Fuck yeah, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome that you have the opportunity to do that in general. Alien Alphabet, I was addicted to opiates for over 10 years. If anyone is struggling with that, just know it's definitely worth the battle to get sober. Being sober is like being freed from a mental prison. Hell yeah. I can see that, especially from something like opiates, which is like so addicting. I have a 47-mile trip planned for March, the Devil's River. That's dope, Blue. And Alien Alphabet, also, congrats on being sober. Sorry I didn't give you a congrats, man. That's fucking huge. You should feel very proud of yourself. UK government has told us DJs, producers, all music industry to get new jobs as art is pointless. Really? They said that? Art is actually the thing in... So, like, you know, when the Great Depression happened in America, that's actually when film ticket sales shot up. Because what do people do when they're sad? They look to art for inspiration. So that's like wildly untrue. Content creators, studios, like Netflix. Netflix has been doing amazing during this time. Like, everybody looks to art for inspiration when there's the world is in turmoil. So I don't agree with that in the slightest. Dangles all day. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. Means a lot to me, man. Yeah, fuck off. I went on My Expert Opinion last night. It was a fucking amazing experience. I mean, if you guys know me, I'm a big My Expert Opinion fan. So going on the show meant a lot to me. And also Math is such a fucking warm and welcoming individual to me. And he's always been that way. He's always extended his hand out to me and been incredibly friendly and gone above and beyond to make sure I'm comfortable. Like, you know, like he'll text me, and it's strange, nobody really does this. He'll text me just to make sure I'm okay. Like, he'll just be like, how are you doing? And so, and I'm like, naturally, I'm kind of always like, okay, do you want something or do you need something? And he's like, nah, I just want to make sure if you're okay. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. You're like a good person, you know? And yeah, so he's a fucking awesome dude, and it was awesome to meet Misfit. I've actually never met her in person, so that was great to... Actually, no, I did meet her. I filmed her at Cortez versus Geechee and Coffee, so I've met her before, but it was awesome to see her again. And yeah, that was dope. I did it with Jay Murda, so we talked about him winning the Grand Prix, so that should be out pretty soon. Swervin' Centaur, I've cut my drinking down, was drinking a lot in my last job due to the stress, but I focused on my writing instead, trying to get my first novel finished. Whoa, that's a big goal right there, man. You got this. I told you that's fucking dope. What you doing at NYC? I'm doing the King of the Dot Grand Prix. I did that on Sunday, and we're here. And I don't ever come out here. Like, I'm never out on the East Coast. There's never any events in New York anymore since URL's kind of moved away from the city. At least doing events here. They're still here, but like, you know, they don't do events here. So since I'm never here, I'm just kind of doing like a little media tour right now. I'm doing 15 Minutes of Fame, did My Expert Opinion. Tomorrow I'm going to do Ruin Your Game with Eddie I on this channel. We're going to play video games together, so that should be pretty fun. Thoughts on his battle with Math? That's so dope that he hits you up genuinely. Bobby Knuckles, yeah, man, I loved his battle with Meth, excuse me. I edited that, so he actually hit me up, and he's like, "Hey, are you down to like collaborate?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course I'm down to collab." And then he sends me the footage, and he's like, "Yeah, but you can't, like, obviously I signed an NDA to before he sent it over, so I was like, I knew it was something kind of serious. And then when I opened the footage, I was like, oh shit, it's Method Man. This is really wild. Salute from Brooklyn. Positive vibes. I was over there like 3 days ago. Walked across the bridge. My dad is from Brooklyn. He was born on what's the other bridge that goes from Brooklyn to is it Long Island or Staten? Is it Brooklyn to Staten Island? That bridge, I forget what that bridge is called, but my dad was born in the hospital that's like to the left of that bridge in Brooklyn. And he was telling me that he grew up in Long Island. He was born in Brooklyn, lived there until he was like 12, and then was raised in Long Island. Verrazano, yeah, the Verrazano Bridge, yeah. He was telling me that. I always make fun of him and be like, nah, man, you're from Yonkers, just to like give him shit. He's like, shut up, I'm not from fucking Yonkers. The North Division of King of the Dot is in Detroit, so what venue is it? Yeah, it's in Detroit, but I can't tell you, unfortunately, where it is because it's not an event, it's a private film shoot. I wish that I could invite every single person that wants to come, but due to COVID, it's just not safe and possible, unfortunately. Talk about how you put that Method Man versus Math Hoffa battle together. Was all the effects your choice? Yeah. Well, Math and me collaborated a lot on that. He actually wanted it to be like heavily, there to be a lot of effects in it. And I'm kind of more along the lines of like effects with purpose. Like I don't use effects in battles, period, because I feel like they don't serve a lot of purpose and there's a lot of inherent bias when you open that can of worms. So, yeah, he was just like, the sound design was already done, so I didn't do any of the sound design, but all the like visual effects were kind of me. And he kind of like added a little bit of stuff that he wanted to do. He's like, here, add this effect there, add this effect there. But I actually did a lot of post work that nobody even knows. So I actually like color corrected Math's teeth and made them white, like a lot whiter than they were. And I actually like removed some sweat from Method Man because it was a really like hot night and they're rapping in hoodies. So Method Man had a bunch of sweat in his beard and I fucking painted that out. So just some little behind the scenes shit that you would never know, but I put a lot of effort into stuff like that because I feel like it goes a long way. What video games am I into? None. I mean, I'm super ignorant about video games nowadays. Like, I don't know any. Like, I don't know any. So that's why it's going to be so interesting on Ruin Your Game when we're playing because I don't know shit about video games in the slightest. Yeah, I'm loving these venues. It's bunker vibes, very old school. Hell yeah, that was the point, Desi. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's like I'm trying to make it look gritty, like battle rap, like a warehouse, you know, not like in a studio. So I'm just trying to make it look raw as it can be. Is it hard to keep up with working out and reading on the road? What's your take on cheat days? It's very, very, very hard. Like, I'm not going to even fucking lie. Like, it's so hard to, like, work out when you're on the road because, like, today I didn't work out. I woke up and I, like, had to, like, pretty much go right over to Uncle Ra's studio, film from 12 to 5, and then I came back here and it's 8 o'clock. And I've been working on the King of the Dot graphics ever since I got back. I've got to do this, and then afterwards I have to finish the King of the Dot graphics. So there's days that you just kind of don't find the time to do it. When we were driving out here, we would actually pull over, and I would work out on the side of the road. But yeah, so, and I definitely haven't been eating super clean. I've been eating okay. Like, been eating a lot of apples and, like, fruit. But it's definitely difficult for sure. Do you get offered to do digital effects jobs still? Yes, I do. I still get reached out to. Actually, like Marvel reached out to me like a couple months ago. I think it was like a little bit before the video came out that all this controversy has kind of erupted from. They reached out to me to work on that What If show. You know, What If? It's like some new series. And I agreed to it at first because I wasn't really thinking. was like, yeah, totally. I'll do like 7 months of VFX, like make a bunch of money. And I thought about it, and I'm like, nah. Like I'll just end up hating it again. Like it'll be fine for a week, but then if I have to do it every single day, it's like I'm doing something that I don't inherently love at the end of the day. And I need to be putting all that effort towards doing something I love, which is battle rap. Even if it's not always the most lucrative, even if it's not always the most fun. Like honestly, if like there are times when the whole community hates me, like I need to just fucking take my punches and go through it, because that's like what you got to do with anything in life, is just keep going, never stop. The production was really cool, man. Thanks for talking about it. I totally agree on the effect in battles normally. Glad it seems to be less popular. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate that, bro. Do you think the UK battle rap scene can get back to the levels that don't flop during the peak years? It seems like it's been stagnant for years. I mean, yeah, of course. I think it can definitely get back. I don't think is the right person to do it, but I think it can definitely get back there. I think Premier is doing a wonderful job, but I think the big thing with battle rap is it's super, super, super fucking hard to do, and it's super hard to stay in it because it's an uphill battle for sure. It's like you gotta fucking love it. And there will always be times that people that are the most involved in battle rap hate it, you know, and they're just like, I'm done with this. Why am I doing this? Why am I subjecting myself to this when I could just do a job and then enjoy battle rap as a fan at the end of the day? So I think it's very possible for sure. Do you ever get homesick, or are you just too used to this? Nah, I don't ever get homesick. I mean, I miss like some things about LA for sure, but it's not like I'm like, I want to go home. Like I miss having a comfortable routine, and I miss like working out every single day. But besides that, I like being on the road. It's fun. Like we're seeing the country, and this country is so beautiful. I went to Washington, D.C. for the first time. That was super incredible. Really good experience. Tell Marvel to get rights to Venom or Bust. Hell yeah. Avo, are you and Daylight cool? As far as I know, I'm cool. I have nothing bad to say about him at all. I know that he goes live every single day and says wild stuff on the internet, so I don't trust a single word that comes out of his mouth. But the stuff that he said to me, just direct one-on-one through text messages, we're cool. That's all I care about. Being on the road filming is a lot, man. Take care of yourself. Whenever I shoot on the road for a week, I always block up 3 days doing nothing when I get back. Yeah, that's good advice. Unfortunately, I don't have that. Like when I get back to LA, we have to immediately get back on the road. But yeah, man, I'm definitely we're being smart. We're being as healthy as we can be. That's for sure. Do you got the Rona? No, I don't have the Rona. No, I don't at all. I'm impervious to that. I just drank a lot of tea, and whenever I drink a lot of tea, it like slows my breathing down. It's really weird. That's why I'm like coughing and breathing kind of heavy. But yeah. But what else, guys? What else is going on? Thank you. Appreciate that, Emil. Means a lot. Yeah, we're definitely taking a lot of precautions to make the stream really good. That's the whole reason why we're even on the road right now, is to make the stream the best it can ever be. Like dedicating 8 weeks of our lives to just the stream. Herbal teas will do that. Remember, herbal is medicine. Yeah, I don't know. I've been drinking like this black tea. I literally drank like 3 cups in a row, and I noticed my breathing just slowed down. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I shouldn't be doing that. So I stopped. I stopped drinking the tea, and we're just going to slam this agua. And I should be good. I should be back to where I was. What event or project am I most proud of or sticks out to you since you started filming battle rap? Wow, I don't know. I can't even answer that, to be honest with you. They're all good for different reasons. Vendetta is cool for reasons. Traffic 3 is cool for reasons. Summer Impact is cool for reasons. No 9. There's all good ones. Like the event I just did was cool for a lot of reasons. It's
cool. Was not cool for a couple reasons too, but that's the thing is I'm always gonna keep improving, keep getting better and better and better. What did I eat today? I had some apples. I had some kale. I had let's see what else. A sandwich. I ate a fucking sandwich today. It's not the best thing, but hey, turkey, provolone, and wheat. Pretty basic. Bunch of nuts. Did anyone try to press you out there? No, nobody tried to press me. That's the thing that exists on the internet, man. That's everybody is when you talk to people in person. It's there's like a level of like respect there. So no, I don't think that's. I mean, that might happen. Who knows? I'm not going to say it is or isn't, but yeah, I'm not trying to invite that energy at all. I'm upset that you're not filming these new you. What are you going to say, Jimmy? Did I meet Ice-T? I did not meet Ice-T. During events when there's like celebrities around, I'm actually not really that concerned with meeting them. If anything, you know, it's like I'm just concerned on the show and getting the show underway. But it was cool he's there. It was fucking awesome. And he was into it. He stayed for the whole event, watched every battle, was reacting. It was dope. That said, keep handling your business, homie. My workout goals are improving based on seeing your progress. And Jimmy, thank you. That means a lot, dude. Yeah, Mortal Tech is dope, Blue. I like him a lot as a human. He's really, really cool to listen to talk. And I'm glad that him and Ice-T got on the stream. That was pretty cool to have them on there. But yeah, what else is cracking, guys? What else can we chit-chat about? Lee Gaines, hey Avo, thanks for holding the space even when you're on the road. Your persistence is inspiring. I'm going on 40 days, no porn and abstinence. Powerful stuff. Lee Gaines, congrats on that, bro. How do you feel? How do you feel not watching porn for 40 days? But you feel pretty good. I did 90 days of abstinence and no porn, and it really like literally changed a lot. Changed so much. Do you think King of the Knot will ever set up Big K versus Sharon? Maybe. It's possible. It's definitely possible. It's a match that probably will happen in the future. If both battle rappers want it, that is. I can't speak for them. Jimmy, thank you. I appreciate that, man. It's unfortunate, for sure, but it is what it is. Definitely a lot happier not dealing with that company. Twitch is great. Twitch gives King of the Dot all the control they want. They literally have no overbearing about the product. They're just like, here, do whatever you want. Just don't say the F word, which is, like, in my opinion, a great thing. Like, we should be straying away from that word. Like, there's no reason to say it in this day and age. You have to release to avoid prostate problems. Is that true? This entire year has been no fap and abstinence for me. Really not by choice either. Word up, Desi. But it's good to reset yourself with that, honestly. It's a good thing. I don't know about a whole year. I think that might be a little much. But if it's working for you, it's working for you, really. What's the worst battle you get recommended the most to watch on here? I don't know. I love bad battles too, to be honest with you. In the future, can you guys do a watch of Carter Deems versus Hypnosis? That's my favorite Carter Deems battle. I'll look it up. I've never even heard of it. Yeah, Desi, that's a lot. That's a ton. Lead gains feel phenomenal. The NoFap community claims it gives you manifestation powers. I was skeptical, but honestly, it does. I feel like I'm building something, more confidence in myself and how I'm living. That's really dope, man. I could see that 100%. Because your focus goes elsewhere, and that's why you feel like it gives you manifestation powers, because when you're thinking about something, you're like inherently moving towards that all the time. So I could see it definitely giving you manifestation. That's dope, man. Congrats on that. Have I ever considered doing a watch on bad bars? Like the show, or is there like a battle that's all bad bars? Possibly. MC Yayo versus Miles Lowe. I'll look that up. ADM versus Cheetah 3000. I haven't seen any of these. Yeah, Desi, I mean, if you're around your kids all the time, I could see it. Like, really, you got no choice. You got no choice but to entertain them kids. Favorite watch is the Tay-Rock and Hollow Joint. So many gems. Yeah, that was a spectacular watch for sure. I loved that one. Definitely going to do some watches here in the future. Just got to get these graphics done for this event this weekend. You guys should do a weird battle tournament where you're so weird, like Tay-Rock versus Carter Deems, or Prep versus Charlie Clips. That'd be strange for sure. Not this show. Just have your fans select bad bars and you watch them with a bunch of people, pretty much like the version of No Flop. Yeah, that's a good idea. I just don't like to do shows that are super inflammatory, you know, that are like kind of like, oh, this sucked, you know, like laughing at it, because I don't know. I don't feel like that's too positive, but I can see the value in humor. Any good conversations with battlers in the past few weeks regarding the racism debacle? Yeah, I mean, honestly, everybody I've talked to has been a good conversation. Every single person I've seen, we've had a discussion about it. We've talked about it. I walked away with new perspectives. If you guys saw me in Restore Order, that was a fucking amazing experience. Had some good conversations with Mass Misfit, Knowledge, and Jay Murda on My Expert Opinion, which should be dropping soon. I talked with Uncle Raw like all day, pretty much. Not a lot about that. We talked a little bit about that, but yeah, every battler that I've seen, I've talked to, and of course that's been like the topic of conversation for sure. I don't think Aka's going to be in Detroit, no. I'm glad that you're out here in NYC. I've always wanted to see you do some watch lives here with Rappers Month, and I get the chance to do them out west. Daniel, me too. I think the next time we come back is when we're gonna do a bunch of watches. This time it was kind of my focus to get like the media out of the way, like do My Expert Opinion, do 15 Minutes of Fame, do all the shows, and then next time I would hope that I could do some watches with Math. Maybe get somebody else on. Maybe get Mook or Rex on if they're down. Who knows if they're down? Yeah, he's a good host. Aka's doing a phenomenal job, to say the least. I don't know who's going to be doing the commentary in Detroit, but I hope they're equipped. I'm sure they will be. I'm sure they'll be great. Alfredo, yeah, I also agree. I think that's the best thing, is to have the conversation with different people with different perspectives, because you always gain something new by talking about it. you walk away with, oh, I didn't actually think about that. I didn't know somebody thought this way. I can grow from that in this way, or, you know. And I feel like the people watching, too, it helps, you know, seeing a lot of that. Oh, Dangles, I haven't thought about that, about doing battles for movies. Nah, I haven't, but that's funny. That's a good idea. What was your best and worst TV show to work on as visual effects artist? And if you're currently watching any shows, what are they, and what would you recommend to watch? Worst show, worst experience. American Horror Story sucked to work on. I worked on the one where they're like in a circus, and that woman has like two heads. So basically, they filmed her twice, and we had to fucking put it together. It was horrible, and the people that run that show are fucking terrible people. Like, they're just like absolutely rude and mean. And the director, I don't know the guy that makes American Horror Stories. I forgot his name, but yeah, they're just like really mean people and not nice, and it made it like for a very unenjoyable experience to work on. And we like killed ourselves on that show. I think like one of my coworkers pulled like a 36-hour day working on that show. It was like fucking insane. Shows that I'm watching right now. What's that show about like New York, like rich people? It's on HBO. I keep wanting to call it Concession, or something like that. It's about just a bunch of terrible people that are rich. I've been watching that, and I watched this other series on Amazon called Too Old to Die Young. It's phenomenal. It's by the director of Drive. It actually inspired me to start color grading. And then I've been watching this other goofy ass show on Hulu, Succession. Yeah, I've been watching that. It's a fire show. I've been watching this other goofy ass show that's super embarrassing to admit that I love. It's called Pen 15, and it's on Hulu, and it's basically this show about middle school girls, and it's made by these two adult women that play middle school girls, and it's so funny. It's like they nail it. Not that I know what being a middle school girl is like, but they definitely like immerse themselves in the character, to say the least. We banning AHS. Alpha said it. Nah, man, you can still watch it. What editing software do I recommend? Adobe Premiere, in my opinion, is still the best, but DaVinci Resolve is getting up there, and it's free. I've actually I've actually read The Boys. I read it. I used to own all the graphic novels, so when I watched the show, I was like, it's not the same. So, I don't know. What's it called? Sounds like my kind of thing. It's called Pen 15. So it looks like it's penis, but it's called Pen 15. It's fucking really... It's just a weird-ass show. I love it. I couldn't even get through the first season of American Horror Story. Yeah, a lot of people like it. I mean, it's like I appreciate it for the show, but it was horrible to work on for sure. The new Utopia is pretty good. I know it's not my place, but I just want to say your perspective on it. I've heard you say the word remorseful when describing how you feel about the situation. I used to say that too until... I'll read the rest of your comment. Yeah, no, buddy, exactly the way you feel about Walking Dead. Like, the show Walking Dead is so much different than the graphic novel. Sam, how's the vibe in New York? Great. It's fucking awesome out here. Nothing but love. Like, literally, that's what I feel is, like, nothing but love out here. Like, Uncle Ra, Math, Knowledge, Misfit, J Murda, Penn, Swave, Ike P., everybody that I've like talked with in depth out here, Ice, Sarah Connor. Yeah, it's just been an amazing experience being out here, man. Like, it's been like just like very moving, to say the least. Louis H, what's up? How you doing, man? How's life? How's life going? Looking healthy. You all good after the last few weeks? Alex, thank you, man. I appreciate everybody saying that. I don't know why. I didn't do anything different today. Maybe I just grew my facial hair more and got a haircut. Yeah, I think it's the haircut that's doing it. But thank you. I appreciate that. I feel really good about where I'm at, the path I'm on, and I am doing good. Even though it was an uncomfortable couple weeks, couple months, and it did fuck up some stuff. Um, Rightfully so. It's like I did something wrong, and I need to learn from it. So, yeah. All right. One of my close friends told me that the word remorseful doesn't carry as much weight as simply saying, I'm sorry I hurt you. That really resonated with me. What do you think about that? Yeah, man, I totally agree. I agree with that. I've been telling, off camera, I've been reaching out to everybody I know personally and saying that exact thing of, I'm sorry I let you down, and being apologetic about that, mano y mano, man to man. And yeah, I definitely have said I'm sorry a lot. It just comes to a point where it's like there is a point where I feel like inauthentic saying it over and over and over again. And there definitely was a part where I feel like sometimes people corner me a little bit. They're like, say you're not racist, say you love black people. And I feel like I'm like, that's so inauthentic to ask me to say that, because you're literally here, dance puppet, do my actions over the past 6 years should tell you how I feel about people of color. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, I'm not racist and I love black people just because you want me to say that. I will say I'm not racist and I love black people because I believe that. You're vibrating in a higher frequency, being out there in a different environment and surrounded by love. Hell yeah, Desi. Exactly. Fucking exactly. Yeah, Saint Soldier, word up. Are you going to go back to doing your reaction videos with rappers? I am. TJ Rogers, I am. Very soon. Very, very soon. I'll get back on that. Sorry it's been so long. It's just been this, the whole controversy and then also this tournament definitely has taken over my entire fucking life. And then being out here and going on podcasts, going on shows, it's been a lot, to say the least. But I'll get back into the swing of things. Appreciate everybody still rocking with me and keeping with me throughout all this. Means the world to me. Thanks to everybody that's still on the Patreon, because that keeps my lights on in my house that I'm currently not at. And I appreciate that, because I would be homeless without you guys. So it means the world to me. Befloyar Tim. Hey, Alva, just sending some love. I'm sure there's some difficult, unfair, and lonely aspects to what you've gone through, but props to how you handled it. We can only lead by example after mistakes. Thank you, man. That means a lot to me. Thank you. Appreciate that. So that's why you look so good. It's people flowing through you. Yeah, word. I feel that. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, Desi. Thank you. But yeah, been good. It's been a good experience. Excited to go to Detroit. Excited to do the first leg of the tour and then do it all over again. All over one more time. Yeah, your channel has been great for me through the lockdown and losing my job. Thank you for doing the live streams. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. I'm sorry to hear that you lost your job, man. That's definitely not easy at all to go through. What do you think about using CBD oil? Vaping mellows me out. I don't get so high, so it's cool. It's good, man. Whatever works for you, honestly. Whatever. I haven't heard of anybody getting addicted to CBD oil. I haven't heard any downsides to it yet, so I can't really say anything negative about it at all. Dangles all day. Do you feel like this road trip is something that helps you out after going through the recent events? Of course, 100% fucking %. It's like I went from literally being in a different city every single weekend to being in LA for 10 months straight. So getting out, getting on the road, seeing people, connecting to people, talking to people one-on-one, going on these podcasts, it's been an incredible experience. It's been really, really fucking amazing. I'm very, very grateful for King of the Dot and Twitch giving me this opportunity. It means the world. So, yeah, yeah, it's been fucking awesome to be real with you guys. It's been a really cool experience. But yeah, just keeping sober, keeping as healthy as I can on the road. I'm not gonna drink any more tea because it slows my breathing down. But yeah, drink some more of this. And yeah, the tournament's been good. I'm really happy with the product. I'm really satisfied with the new stuff that we've been trying and all that. And yeah, it's good. It's some good shit. What else, everybody? How's everybody else doing? Alfredo, not really, man. I'm not really excited to go back and sleep in my own bed. I mean, I kind of am. There definitely is something like comforting about being in your own apartment. That's kind of what I'm more looking forward to, is being in my own apartment. My bed is kind of whatever, because hotel beds are pretty comfortable. They're pretty awesome. I fucks with them. To change the topic, would love to see some more reactions to stuff from Jump Off Scribble Jam. How do you feel about that? I'm down. I'm with that. I would love to watch the whole Jump Off shit, because Jump Off has aged like fucking milk. Like, to be real with you, I mean, it's like there's some great battles still from that era, but there's some other stuff that is just wow. What were we thinking at the time? Just supreme homophobia at its peak, which is hilarious looking back on it in retrospect. What a blessing that you can be COVID safe, so to speak, and still meet up with a magnitude of people. I never thought I'd miss a homie handshake so much in my life. Yeah, Saint Soldier, for real, man, for real, for real. I'm definitely switch to alkaline water, much more healthier. Buffalo Soldier, dude, that's actually what I usually do, but this Whole Foods in Hoboken ain't got no gallons of alkaline water. They just got fucking this spring water. But I usually drink alkaline water. I'm with you right there, for sure. Happy to hear the road trip helped, Avo. Salute, you're an inspiration. Thanks for being a part of my journey of healing and growth. And everyone else you've helped, the way you handled the situation was you leading by example and has helped everyone who believes in you. Thank you, Dangles. That means a lot to me. That's some powerful words, man. Thank you. It's the heart. That means a lot, dog. No Can Do is still awesome in those. Yeah, No Can Do was ahead of his time. That's the thing. He's so unorthodox that he's still incredible. Drinking a gallon of water a day used to seem impossible for me. Yeah, it's funny. It is at first until you start doing it, and then you're like, yeah, this is fucking just regular. Did you ever do a watch for the King of the Dot beatbox battle? No, I didn't. The one that's like at 1 million views? Nah, I never watched that on Watch. It wasn't known for that back then, though. It was a different time, and we've grown and learned a lot in 15 years. Definitely, Desi, to say the least. To say the least. On the topic of that, why did you get so grilled for a joke when people have made homophobic slurs in battles and that's never been mentioned? Sam, I think the difference is what I was doing wasn't a battle. It was a conversation. And the joke that I was laughing at was racist, and we're in a black culture. Hip-hop is a black culture, and I'm white. So there's a lot of layers to it. There's a lot of layers to it. And it was wrong. It's completely a wrong thing to do. So I'm just kind of accepting that I hurt a lot of people that I care about. And I got to let them know that I'm sorry about that. But yeah. Got 5 minutes left. Perspective would be great, though. That's true. That's true. It would be a good perspective to have. That's a good fucking point. Ever thought about doing tutorial stuff and editing? Not really, man, because I'm not a good teacher, to be honest with you. I'm not a very good teacher at all. I feel like I'm terrible at it. I think, too, that people loved Davos so much that when it happened, it was a shock and the letdown combined. Yeah, definitely. That definitely was it. Like, people do love me a lot in the culture, and I feel like they were just like, fuck, even him, which sucks because I'm like, fuck. I feel like I've come so far, and I feel like that was like fucking, I was all of a sudden backtracked to 6 years ago. Like, I'm not that guy anymore, but I understand it's coming to light. It's the first time people are seeing it, and yeah, it hurts a lot of people, and there's nothing you can do or say to like remove that hurt other than I'm sorry, and I'm deeply sorry that I hurt you. Thank you for what you do in and out of battle rap, Avo. Your words have truly helped me during this time. Your presence is meaningful to many of us. Ricardo, thank you, man. It means a lot to me. I see you in here all the time, man. Thank you. It means a lot. Angel P, Avo, the whole situation hurt off initial reaction, but meeting you in person at a battle, I know you're a genuine good guy. I appreciate your push for growth always. Angel P, thank you. That means a lot to me. I'm sorry I hurt you. Sam, yeah, it's a difficult one, as I guess both homophobic and racial slurs would both be considered as hate speech, so both hold some weight regardless if it was a battle or not. But I understand the masculinity and braggadocious element of battle rap culture. Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's definitely going to be a time where we look back on a lot of battles and be like, ooh. I mean, nowadays we do it. We look back on battles and be like, God damn, there's a lot of homophobia in battle rap. Like a ton. Daniel, what made me most angry about this situation is people pretending that people can't grow. I had to unlearn a lot of biases I gained growing up in white suburbia. Me too, Daniel. I mean, that's like exactly what I've been talking about this whole time. Is I'm from the suburbs. I'm not from the streets. I didn't grow up in. I grew up skateboarding, so it's like I was in the streets, so to say. But I rested my head in the suburbs. And I'm from a place where there was not a lot of diversity at all. And yeah, so I came from a background of ignorance, for sure. And that's something that you have to unlearn. That's something that, like, even, you know, my parents are unlearning too. My mom just went out and got a book on white privilege. She's been reading that. I'm insanely proud of her. And yeah, that's something that, like, we all, as white guests in hip-hop, that's a responsibility to educate ourselves on. And I think, like, these discussions that I've been having are helpful for people that might not be educated on that to see, you know, to open up the conversation at least. Do you not miss the older days of battle rap, the 60-second rounds? Now you have hour-long battles. Yeah, man, I definitely, like, when you look at it like that, I definitely do miss shorter rounds for sure. But I think longer rounds do have some merit. I think what they're doing in the King of the Dot Grand Prix is actually perfect. 2-minute rounds feel really nice. They feel fucking great to get through a battle like that. So, Kick-Ass Ninja, for sure. There's a lot of racism that gets said to Asian battle rappers, like a ton. It just gets overlooked. Latino too, man. It's like, think about how many Puerto Ricans are called Mexican, first of all. It's like Cortez is called a Mexican all the fucking time. This fool's not Mexican. And it's just like, oh, I'll knock the rice and beans out ya. Everybody's like, woo! I'm just like, damn, what the fuck? The fuck is this? Gonna go lift some weights. Before I go, I want to say thank you, Kyle, for almost always responding to any comment and question I've had here. As someone who gets neglected at work a lot, thank you. Alfredo, fucking go lift some weights for me, man. I haven't lifted weights in fucking almost 10 months. I lift these sandbags. I don't know how much those sandbags weigh. I think they're like 25, maybe 30 pounds. Go lift some weights for me. And of course, dog, always down to ask some questions or answer some questions and to have some dialogue in here about anything. But to be honest, it's better to call out and fix an issue than to say this is fine because there's so many other issues. At least like this, the culture is able to grow. I agree. I completely agree. Totally agree. 66P Black 666. What's up, man? I see you still be using emojis. Congrats on that. I'm with y'all on that perspective of racism in battles. The entertainment argument is so ambiguous. But nowadays, I personally roll my eyes anytime someone takes a racist angle in battle raps now. Yeah, that's good. Fuck yeah. That means we're getting there, right? Alex Rice, Just wanted to say thanks for this from the UK at 2 in the morning. Much appreciated, and keep up the good work. Thank you, Alex. That means a lot to me, man. Sam, thanks for taking my question comments. We'll keep supporting. Also have been watching some old Watch episodes and can't believe it started 3 or so years ago. Where has time gone? I know, man. It's been around for a while. I used to be a fucking straight up alcoholic on Watch. Like straight up. I was fucking fat too. It was fucking crazy. Nobody, Abo, just got to tell you that I really appreciate you and the journey you're on. People tend to forget the world is nuanced. Good people can do bad things from time to time. Good looking, I'm manning up. Thank you, Nobody. Appreciate that. Illusion Z, what up, Avo? How's the trip experience been? Been amazing, dude. I'm actually filming that thing tomorrow, hopefully. Hopefully. If not, we're going to get it on the next go-around. But I've been talking to that guy, wink, wink. And yeah, we're hopefully going to be banging that out tomorrow. When I started watching battle rap, I could watch it on the way to college. Now one of Disaster's rounds lasts as long as a break would take to work. It's good the Grand Prix has 2 minutes rounds. Yeah, for real, man. So battles are really long now. They're fucking a long-ass time. But yeah, thank you to everybody in here, man. Thank you to everybody. I appreciate all of it. Hopefully today was therapeutic for everybody. Appreciate everybody still supporting Ruin Your Day. The Patreon is still up and running. We're going to be uploading more content there as we get things back up and running after we get into the groove of this. Everybody that's ordered merch at rideordie.com, there is countless notifications that say that we can't, Pigsty, I love you too, bro, that we're on the road and we can't ship out any merch until we get back. So when we get back, that will go out. And yeah, love everybody. Thank you for all the positive energy today. Needed that. Means a lot to me. Giving it back. Giving the positive energy back. All right. I'm going to go hopefully get my breath. All right, guys. Hope you have a good night. Peace out.